The restaurant business is having problems, and a number of companies are currently quietly shutting down their outlets and scaling back their operations to deal with an unending consumer downturn. Running a restaurant is never simple, and things become even more difficult when there is a recession because customers tend to eat out less and save money. Let us look at the 15 major restaurant chains that have filed for bankruptcy. Number 1 is Soup Plantation and Sweet Tomatoes. When parent company Garden Fresh filed for bankruptcy in May, all 97 Soup Plantation and Sweet Tomato shops permanently closed, dealing a terrible blow to fans. John Hayward, the former CEO of Garden Fresh, stated to Restaurant Business that he could not see a viable way to reopen. The San Diego-based business filed its paperwork in a California federal bankruptcy court. The corporation calculated that its assets and liabilities were between $50 and $100 million. More than 10,000 creditors are owed by it. Number 2 is Brio Italian Mediterranean and Bravo Fresh Italian. The Italian restaurant franchise Brio Italian Grill and Bravo Italian Kitchen were previously owned by Food First Global Restaurants, which filed for bankruptcy in April. Earl Enterprise subsequently purchased the brands with the intention of sustaining both companies. Robert Earl, chairman of Earl Enterprise, stated in a press release that we are very excited about adding these restaurants to our group and look forward to not only investing in the future of Brio and Bravo, but also the employees who are the backbone of these restaurants. Number 3, Le Pain Quotidien, U.S. The 98 U.S. sites of the Belgian bakery firm were sold to Eurify after it filed for bankruptcy in late May. Eurify intends to reopen 35 of those sites, according to the nation's restaurant news. Le Pain Quotidien gave a number of reasons for declaring bankruptcy, including market saturation, pricey leases, underperforming stores, corporate turnover, adjustments to staffing and supply chain procedures, a lack of investment in digital platforms and remodels, and a shift in the industry toward off-premise locations. The bakery expanded its go-to digital outlets in the attempt to make up some of the shortcomings, but the pandemic start hindered the efforts. Number 4 is CEC Entertainment. After months of rumors about the beloved children's dinnertainment firm's impending doom, the company filed for bankruptcy protection in late June. The chain caused controversy in the months leading up to the bankruptcy filing when it gave executive pre-bankruptcy bonuses worth millions of dollars in early June. The pizza restaurant caused a stir on the internet in May when it was revealed that it was selling pizza through delivery apps under the moniker Pascali's Pizza. Number 5 is California Pizza Kitchen. At the end of July, the casual dining pizza chain filed for bankruptcy. To reduce its debt load, the business intends to close an undisclosed number of its 200 outlets. CEO Jim Hyatt stated in a statement that no restaurant owner in the world has been unaffected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic will present many eateries with the biggest challenge today. Number 6 is Garbanzo Mediterranean Grill. Midway through August, the fast casual restaurant with a Mediterranean flair filed for a bankruptcy. Prior to the pandemic, the chain, with its headquarters in Colorado, was experiencing financial difficulties. There's been no declared closures. All of the chain stores are still operational, and through 2021, CEO James Park told the Denver Business Journal that there are plans to open 6 additional locations. Number 7 is 2J's. The Florida-based deli chain 2J's was acquired by Monroe Capital LLC on September 10th after it filed for bankruptcy in late April. While some of the chain sites have closed, the majority of them are still open, despite receiving a $6.4 million loan from the Paycheck Protection Program, which it plans to use for future rent and wages. The company filed for bankruptcy. 2J's has $33 million in secured debt from 10 lenders in addition to the PPP loan. According to the corporation, its value ranges from $44 million to $50 million. Number 8 is Mason Kaiser. After declaring bankruptcy on September 11th, the French bakery chain Mason Kaiser was acquired by Orify Brands, the same business that also acquired by Orify Brands. It's unknown how many Orify sites Orify intends to reopen, and some are still closed. Founded in Paris in 1996, Mason Kaiser is an artisanal French bakery. The brand currently operates 150 stores across more than 22 nations. In New York, Cosmoletto manages 16 Mason Kaiser locations. In the brief, it states that Cosmoletto is asking the court to accept Eurify Brands as a stalking horse bidder. Eurify plans to purchase all or almost all assets under the terms of the asset acquisition agreement in exchange for $3 million, plus the total of the credit bid and the assumptions of liabilities. Number 9 is NPC. In order to initiate a sales process for the Pizza Hut business, Pizza Hut operator NPC International, which filed for bankruptcy in July, came to an agreement with the pizza chain to permanently close up to 300 locations. With more than 1,200 Pizza Hut locations, NPC filed for bankruptcy. Pizza Hut's continuous plan to shift towards off-premise is consistent with the fact that the majority of the potentially shutting locations are dine-in. The operation stated that no choices have been made on the restaurants that will close or when they will close. Number 10 is Sizzler. The 62-year-old steakhouse Sizzler declared bankruptcy. The 14 corporate units of the corporation are the subject of the proceedings. They will continue to operate in bankruptcy. The more than 90 franchised restaurants are not included in it. After roughly 120 days, Sizzler hopes to renegotiate leases and restructure debt. The eatery disclosed assets and liabilities totaling between $1 million and $10 million in the court filing. In 10 states and Puerto Rico, Sizzler has 107 locations. CEO Chris Perkins stated in a statement that was distributed to various media, "The economic impact of the pandemic is directly responsible for our current financial situation as a result of long-term indoors dining closures and landlords' refusal to provide necessary rent abatements." Number 11 is Milano. Parent company of the popular Italian concept 2, Milano KG IM LLC, filed for bankruptcy on July 30th for a number of outlets while battling a lender. The 16-unit business submitted paperwork on behalf of 7 locations in Atlantic City, Miami, Las Vegas, Long Island, and Puerto Rico. 5 New York City stores, including the flagship in Greenwich Village, and 4 sites in Manhattan, as well as 2 in Florida, 1 in Tennessee, and 1 in the Poconos are not listed in the filing. Since its establishment in 1981, Milano has been serving genuine regional cuisine from Abruzzo. Over the years, the restaurant has become well known among celebrities. Number 12 is Garbanzo Mediterranean. Garbanzo Mediterranean Fresh, a fast casual restaurant company, declared bankruptcy 21 of the 25 units under brand management and franchisees. Only the 4 company-operated stores are covered by this filing. Garbanzo owes $17.5 million when he filed for bankruptcy. Out of the total, $16.5 million is guaranteed. Consequently, from March to mid-May, overall sales decreased by an average of 50 to 75%. Catering is still down 90%, although sales are currently down 20% on average. Garbanzo said that reopening dining rooms to 50% capacity was the reason for the increase in sales. Number 13 is K&W Cafeteria. Early in September, K&W Cafeterias, a company based in North Carolina and established 83 years ago, filed for bankruptcy. The business had 28 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia when it started in 2020, but it now only has 18 left. Throughout the bankruptcy process, consumers will still be served by the open stores. The company is debating whether to pursue a more conventional reorganization that would involve a sale in the future, or to sell its open locations as going companies, either separately or collectively. K&W has more than $30 million in assets and more than $22 million in liabilities per the report. Number 14 is Blue Star Donuts. Portland, Oregon-based Blue Star Donuts, a chain of 8 locations, declared bankruptcy. In a court document, CEO Katie Pope stated that the brand was compelled to cease operations at all locations on March 17th due to Oregon's stay-at-home mandate. 80 out of the company's 100 employees were let go the same day. Immediate and devastating to the company's financial condition was how she put the outbreak. At the end of July, the restaurant had $1.1 million liabilities and $1.7 million in assets. 3 Blue Star shops in Los Angeles are licensed and not included in the bankruptcy. When Blue Star first opened its doors in 2012 and conducted its business until March 17, it employed a hub-and-spoke strategy in which donuts were made in one location and delivered to each shop throughout Portland. Number 15, the Barfly Ventures. The Grand Rapids Brewing Co-op Cat, Stella Lounge, and Barfly Ventures, a Michigan-based company, filed for bankruptcy. Reducing debt and setting oneself up for long-term success are the company's stated objective in filing for bankruptcy. Barfly anticipates paying suppliers and vendors, honoring gift cards and loyalty awards, and paying employee salaries and benefits throughout the legal process. The creator of Barfly, Mark Sellers, pointed out that the company faced major challenges from growing competition and the saturation of the craft beer market. What do you think about the closure of these many restaurant chains? Do you have any suggestions? Let us know your thoughts and views in the comment section. For more interesting stories and updates, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon for notifications. Goodbye.